happening, everyone. I'm going to go through my skinny to jacked journey. So I want to explain my fitness journey, a little bit about my personality, so people can just get to know me as some of my hobbies, some of the things I like, and go through my fitness journey, some jobs that I've done and some hobbies. So let's get into it. So that's before I started training, that's how skinny I was. And that's what I look like now. I've recently just finished a cut and got really lean, but I've bulked and cut and I've bulked and I've cut. So that's the third cut I've done, but I've done a good few bulking phases. So when you're trying to put on as much size as possible, you've got to bulk for a good time frame to try and pack on as much muscle. And I've done that, I've cut. I've done that sort of process a couple of times, bulking and cutting. So that's what I always get across to people. You're either bulking or you're cutting. It depends what phase that you look on doing. If you've got a higher body fat percentage and you've built quite a lot of muscle, then it's probably a good time to get lean. But if you're very skinny, like I was there back in 2015, you need to have a fucking good bulk and pack on as much size as possible for the future when you do a cut and you can get really lean and be fucking jacked like that. So let's get into it. So let me introduce myself. I'm Mick. I was always skinny growing up. I was very fussy with my food and didn't really like enjoying food. I was just dead fussy. When I finished school, I decided to study for my level 2 gym instructor qualification and started lifting weights at the same time, and the rest is history. So yeah, that is a picture of me when I'm 7 or 8 in Bulgaria on a family holiday. And that is in 2015 before I started training and lifting weights. That's what I look like, how skinny I was. And I decided, thought enough's enough now. I'm going to start lifting weights and trying to just focus on building some good muscle, just being a bit more confident, eating a bit more food and stuff like that. And I was studying for my level 2 gym instructor at the time in sixth form. And that was just a catalyst. I thought, well, I need to start training, I need to start building some muscle. If I'm studying to fucking be a PT, I need to walk the walk and look the fucking shit, don't I? Basically, I can't be some fucking skinny bagger, can I? And be a PT. So I thought, right, I'm going to start my own fitness journey and try and get bigger and stronger and just progress over time while I was studying. So yeah, that's the first slide. So next one, a little bit about me. I have an English bulldog called Ruby and she's a big baby. English bulldogs are my favourite dog breed. I'm a big fan of the UFC and I've been lucky enough to attend a few events in the UK. So yeah, that's Ruby, me English bulldog, and she's a fucking big baby. She's now 4 and she's just a crazy dog. She's just set in her own ways. She knows what she likes. Anything that upsets her, she's not happy, but she's a good family dog. She can only go on short distance walks. She can't go on long walks. Like lazy dogs with funny personalities. Bulldogs are perfect for you. And she's just set in her ways, a big dope, and is just happy with a lot of love and being babied, and your English bulldog will be okay then. Anyone that's got a English bulldog will relate and just know how needy and babyish they are. And yeah, so there's me at UFC London 3 years ago, Aspinall Blades, when Aspinall blew his knee out. I was there for that. I know, fucking paid a lot of money for it, and 5 seconds in, he fucking blew his knee out. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of the UFC. I'll try and stay up and watch it when I can. If not, I'll watch the highlights and stuff the next day. I'm a big fan of the UFC. It's my favourite sport. Probably would put it ahead of football currently. I just loved I loved the scraps. I just loved the fights, and the fighters that get in and step in the octagon. I massively respect them. The mental resilience and the training that they put into it. It's not a sport for the weak type of people. I've done bits of boxing, kickboxing, and bits of grappling in the past as well, and that style of training is so fucking difficult. So to be a high level skill fighter, I just respect it so much. Currently, my two favourite fighters, probably Tom Aspinall and Ilia Topuria. I just love the styles. I just love how well-rounded. I love the fact that they come in and fight and they're always looking for the finish. Hopefully this year we get to see Aspinall Jones, but Jones is obviously ducking Tom. And I'd like to see Topuria Makhachev. I think that's another super fight as well. But there's all complications with the Makhachev maybe going up to welterweight to fight Jack Della Lane and stuff like that, and maybe Topuria Oliveira might be happening, but they're the two fights I would like to see. So that's a bit about me hobbies. Right, next lad, I have also worked with my dad doing painting and decorating with him. I've done this with on and off with him for years while growing up. It was ideal. I could work with him and get an early start at the gym. Give me this any day over working a shitty job that I hated. Here's some random selfies. You'll see me doing a job in a church and a poster of George Clooney. I have a mad sense of humour. So yeah, I work with my dad and done a bit of painting and decorating growing up, and even still to this day I've needed here and there. I may do a couple of jobs with him to tick over. Yeah, I was better off doing that, working with my dad, and than getting a shitty job somewhere you hated. I could get an early start at the gym, and it just made sense for me. And yeah, I've fucking worked in a church. I've worked in countless people's different houses, and there's, when I'm young, without any sort of fucking beer, with Pope Francis, and then whatever, I don't know who that is, and then a fucking picture of George Clooney. It's just, I've took them selfies just fucking pissing about and just messing about, and yeah, that was ideal for me, like growing up, taking over, like earning a bit of money with my dad, and instead of getting a shitty job while I was still studying and training at the time. I've been training for 3 years here and made some decent progress by building more muscle, getting stronger in all my lifts, and I just completed my level 3 personal training qualification and was looking for my first PT job. For the time I worked in Matalan, and after 2 months I got sacked. So, the proof's in the pudding with what I just said on the last slide. I'll get into that in a sec. So, at the time I was training in a commercial gym in the city centre and was just making progress. I was just adding a bit more muscle on, and I could see a visual difference from when I began my training journey in 2015. I think this is like around 2018 this was. And I'm squatting 105 there, and yeah, so I was just slowly getting all like my lifts up on everything, trying to pack on some good size. I was consistently training 4 days a week. I think I was doing an upper lower split at that time, and it was working quite well. Funny enough, I'm currently on an upper lower split and I'm enjoying it, which is good. And yeah, I done 2 months in Matalan. My mate got me in there and I applied and done the process, all that shit, and good in Matalan in Kirby. Fuck me, oh my god, no offence to anyone who works in them types of jobs. You've got to hustle and fucking earn your money for your family. You've got mortgages and kids. I get it. Fair play to you, but not for me. I just wanted more for myself. That is why I'm on the path of being the best possible coach I can be to help people with their goals and with no bullshit approach. That was just an eye opener for like what life could be like if you don't follow your passion and you follow like your dream, not being cheesy or anything, but if you like what you do, you're going to pour everything into it. But if you hate your work and you just go through life just fucking hating stuff and you don't follow what you want to do, it's a waste, isn't it? So that was just to take over for a bit of money for the time being, to get some money. I think I was going to Amsterdam for over the Christmas, before Christmas 2018, and I did a fucking good bit of money for that, and it ticked over for 2 months, and I think what happened, I missed 2 days, and then I went in and he fucking sacked me. I was like, fuck it, because I know I'll be PT in a few months, and perfect, get into the next slide. A few months later, after I got sacked, so I got sacked in like November the 5th on Bonfire Night, and January 5th, I think, is when I started in JD. A few months later, I got my first PT job in JD Gyms, which I was happy about, because it was I was working towards that for years. I was also looking forward to working, helping people achieve their fitness goals. I was a PT in JD Gyms for 2 years. I met a lot of good people and built up a lot of experience. Yeah. So a few months later, I got my first PT job, and everything just fell into place for me. Then I was in a commercial gym. I was helping people. I was speaking to more people. And you can't put a price on experience as well. Then 2 years were the best 2 years that I've done, because it just built up my experience, built up more knowledge. I was learning a lot more stuff, learning what worked. I was implementing with my own sort of trainer as well, and see my arms looking a little bit juicier there as well. So I was only like 19, and I left there when I was 21, and just development in just people skills, communication, everything just fucking massively improved, because you're in the thick of it. I was working 5-day weeks in the gym for like 8 to 10 hours a day sometimes, and just speaking to that many different people, and it's just great experience, because it just throws you in the deep end. When I was 19, and I was like so grateful, and to this day I am working with 2 of my clients that I worked with back in 2019, which is fucking great, and they're smashing it right now with like my online training, my online coaching, which I'm doing with them now, which is good to see that I've still got people from my past in JD nearly like 6 years ago, and we're good friends as well, both of them, and which is good to see. Next slide. Right, more about me. I was a massive Everton fan growing up. How fucking unfortunate when you've got Liverpool who've just fucking won the league, man. Fucking hell. I had a season ticket for 8 years, and I travelled up and down the country to watch Everton get beat and win the odd one. True story. I don't go anymore because supporting Everton is quite miserable. I spent a good amount of years watching Everton, and they still haven't won fuck all. Everton haven't won a trophy since 1995. For the football people that are watching this, whoever you support, maybe comment down below who you support. And yeah, so Everton, fucking hell, big part of my life growing up, travelling the country, watching them. So there's me with Baines. I'm going to say it, best left back in the Prem of all time. Fuck Ashley Cole and Patrice Evra. Baines has got the most assists and goals for like a left back. I think that might be a correct stat, but he's up there with high numbers. There's me at Arsenal away. I think he got beat 2-0 there. United, Old Trafford's a good ground. I think he got beat 1-0 there. Leicester actually fucking won 2-0 when Lukaku was playing for Everton. Derby at Anfield, I think he got beat 3-1. That's at Wolves. That was a 2-2 draw. So just remember the games that I've been to. So yeah, basically Everton, I don't go anymore. I haven't got the time, and I'd rather focus my energy on like other things and stuff like that. I'll still watch the football here and there when I can, but I'm not as arsed as I was when I was growing up there. That was a big factor in my life. I had a season ticket for 8 years and travelled up and down the country, so it was a big factor in my life. That's another sort of hobby that I had when I was growing up. Right, I left JD and went to a private gym called Power and Fitness in the city centre. I was a PT in there for also another 2 years. I've made some good progress and got my weight up to 90 kg and was the strongest I've ever been. I done my first ever cut and got down to 77 kg in 13 weeks. So yeah, I built up a lot of strength, got up to 90 kg there. So how I explain it is when you're bulking, you pack on as much muscle and size as possible, but you will gain a little bit of body fat, right? So when you gain that body fat, that always will happen. That is why you do a slow and steady bulk, right? And you get lean to take care of that body fat and reveal how much muscle you've built there. See like all my veins, my abs, how vascular I look. And that is the whole process. You bulk to build as much muscle as possible. You will gain a little bit of body fat, and then you do that cut whatever time you do it for. It's different because you can do it for 12 to 20 to 30 weeks. It all depends how lean you want to get. And sometimes people have like little like stick up points where they get stuck and the weight doesn't shift. So sometimes the process can be a little bit longer. So that's all just like I explain that. I probably will do more videos getting into the nitty gritty, how to do a successful cut, how to do a successful bulk as well. There's me with one of my current clients, Les, who I'm still training to this day, good friends. That was in the gym. So yeah, I've done 2 years in there. It was a private gym. Things slowed down a little bit because I was in a private gym. I didn't have a pool of people that I could like reach out to, but it was still good because I was still training a few clients here and there, which was also quite good. And so I've got like 4 years of PT experience as well, which is good. I've worked with people for 4 years in person, dealing with all the problems and stuff, and you can't put a price on that experience. I left Power and Fitness and transitioned to being an online coach full time, which I still currently do to this day. I get fulfillment from my job helping people get in the best shape of their lives. This is me and my brother, who was also an online coach. This was when we went to Dominican Republic for his wedding. And as I said, I have a mad sense of humour. So, yeah, I'm fully online, helping people with the fitness goals, get leaner, bulking, all that good stuff. Because there's a lot of bullshit information out there from carnivore, bullshit hit workouts, all things that just aren't effective. And I just like to be straight to the point. And this is why I'm doing this video, is to just showcase my personality and just a longer form content for anyone that wants to watch and just get to know me and see what I'm about. Because I'm like this with me training approach as well. I'm just straight to the point, no bullshit. And that's the best way to be. And I can help anyone get the results that they want. I guarantee that. If you stick it out and do what I say and listen to my advice, because I've been there through the process, I've helped clients go through the process. I know my stuff, I know what I'm talking about. So I believe in my ability to help people get leaner, bulk, whatever your goals are. Yeah, so that's my brother, Francis. He's 4 years older than me. He's also an online coach, currently living in Venezuela, married to a Venezuelan girl, and has his son, Francesco, my nephew, and he's a little belter, and I can't wait to see him again when we go to Venezuela for Christmas. And I've learned a lot from my brother growing up, training aspect and all that stuff, because he's obviously an online coach. Similar principles to me, straight, no bullshit approach. He's worked with a lot of clients as well, and some of the pictures that he's got with his clients, how lean he's got them, are fucking phenomenal, and that's what I'm working towards doing myself. As I say, I'm still currently an online coach to this day, currently working with clients and helping them work towards their own transformations. I've just finished a boss transformation myself, a 30-week cut. I lost 21 kilo in 30 weeks and started at 97 and got down to 76. I also did my first photo shoot in the gym. So, as I say, 97, 76, how lean I look. the vascular, the veins, the abs, everything, just reveal definition. I may have got a little bit too fat on there. I don't look too bad, but I maybe could have stopped at like 92, 93, around that. That's what I probably will get to next time. Slow and steady with the bulking phase. And I had a good amount of body fat to lose there, and I really fucking pushed it. I worked my ass off to do that. I was training 3 days a week, push pull, legs, full body. It was like a 4-day split over like 7 days. I was doing that. I was hitting 10 to 15k steps a day. I was in my deficit as well. So I went from like 2000 to 80, around 1700, so I had to drop it when like my weight weren't shifting and stuff like that. So I worked my ass off to do that, and I done my first ever photo shoot, which I was quite proud to do, and get a few different shots in the gym, which was good to do. And it's setting that goal. That's what I always say to everyone. It's setting that goal, and to get to that end point. And that keeps you accountable. If you're working towards getting from A to B, if you've got a goal in mind and you're like, right, I want to get these good pictures, it keeps you ticking over. You're like, I'm working towards that. And that's why I always set like goals for my clients, even if it could be, right, you're currently deadlifting 100 kilo. Sound. Let's try and get to 120 in the next few months. Is that realistic? Yes. You can add little bits of increments, 2.5 kg every couple of weeks over a few months' time. That can get to 120. It's all these little different goals. Okay, you want to lose 10 pounds in 8 weeks. Sweet, you can do that. Realistic goals, that's important. Not fucking something stupid like, I want to get my bench up to fucking 180 kilo when you're fucking benching 60k and you just can't fucking struggling with that. So it's setting realistic targets, and I'll always be realistic with people, and I'll always set goals where I know they can achieve. I'm not gonna fucking chat shit and lie to you that you can do this and do that if you can't. So last slide is here's some more of my belt of pictures from my photo shoot. Thanks for taking the time to read a bit about me, and hope you had some laughs along the way. So you can see the definition, abs there, big juicy fucking vein, looking like a fucking anaconda, man. Big back, upper back, lats, all that good stuff. Bit of tricep, rear delt there, big juicy bicep vein there. So yeah, there's some of the pictures. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one.